I know, I'm laying down. But I'm in a position of visualizing. We are visualizing our good. And I've been home since Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No, I've been home since Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days at home with myself, drinking lots of water. Basically, been raw food, been doing raw for four, just as a cleanse, you know. Just doing raw as a cleanse because let's face it, I'm a vegan, but I do love the Ghanaian cooked food. So there we have that. So yeah, but I needed time. You know, I'm doing this womb class, which is actually over at this weekend. It's pretty much over this thing. So yeah, so I'm doing the womb class, and it's almost over, and we'll start our next 21 days. And I'm not sure what the theme is gonna be, but I think it's the more like around embracing your natural self. What is it like to feel? What does it feel like? And what is it like to really like truly embracing your natural self? I mean, the way you are right now, the breasts that ain't exactly the same, the booty that might be a little different, the grain of the hair, just like truly embracing yourself. That's what we're doing next, yeah. Because you know we Fabulous over 50, and let's talk about the hair. So you know I'm growing my locks, and I'm growing my Bongo Congo Natty dreads, locks. And yeah, I had locks before. For those who don't know, I had 11 years worth of locks. They were down to my waist. So if you go to my very first videos, you will see. And then I cut them. And now I'm growing them back, but now I can grow them back even more free form, if you will, just letting it be natty. And so the nattiness is working. You know, I've been wearing head wraps, but I realized the way I wear the head wraps is helping me to feel like to get that my hair is locking because I'm wearing my I'm not this is rare you're gonna see my hair so I want you to enjoy it, but I am because you know it's sacred and you're growing your locks and you're growing bongo locks, and but the wraps and are helping me to feel like to grow it and to have the patience to grow my hair in my locks and in my natty dreads. So I know you cannot see it, but there are all of this is just all of it on the root is joined together. I'm not my method. I don't comb it at all. I don't even really touch it. I literally wet it. Occasionally, I'll even wash it. I say occasionally at this point, but I wet it and I literally just pour water over it. I try not to disturb it. I do my massaging of the scalp, and I will sometimes take a little baobab oil or even neem and put it on my tips and just kind of make sure that scalp. And then I do scrunching so that any kind of dandruff or debris is on the scalp. I'm moving that out, but I tried my best not to mess with it, and it really is like even on the sides, like the parts that these are literally like from the root is locking. So it's locking from the root, and then the back is locking, of course, and then the inside, like it looks kind of short, but if I combed it out, it would be really big. You know, I see it. Even if I wet it, it'll get a little bigger, and then of course it'll shrink again. But the lock is, I mean, it's all together, and like I said, it's coming together from the root, and giving me some good moisture. So yeah, so I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I absolutely love the journey, and yeah, so rare. You see it. I got to make sure you know in the house that I'm uh I'm letting the wraps off, take the wraps off because I'm so comfortable with the wraps now. I've figured out how to wrap them comfortably that I don't even realize sometimes I have it on. And you know, you got to get your hair. It's got to get air. It's got to get sunshine. So these 4 days off have been great for me. Not taking my wrap off in the house, so it's getting the air and oxygen and nutrients and drinking lots of water, like I told you, doing smoothies, doing what is the other thing I'm doing? I'm doing chia cereal. Yeah, y'all, just chilling and just taking time for visualization. You know, I want to create another business and I want to create a tour business. I want to take people on tours. I want to take with Manasi. I want to take people on tours with Manasi through, like I said, it's like Experience the Real Cartagena is on that level. Experience the Real. I will say I cried, but I really want to say just experience the real Ghana, the real Ghana in a different kind of way. If you like that, eating from the streets, but knowing what it is and the connection, and like I said, visiting people's actually homes and making that part of our tour where you really see how Ghanaians really live and the conversation. Always talk about the pigeon talk because the pigeon talk is it's just so dope to me. The different language and dialect and how different Africans talk to each other when they have many different languages and different ethnic groups and just some spots, you know what I'm saying? Some off the beaten, come on, off the beaten spots. So yeah, so I want to get that together. Yeah, I want you to enjoy the different festivals, the meanings, the rituals, and so I'm working on that. I'm working on that. So yeah, I have not been to work because the art center is where I work in 4 days. Today is the fourth. This weekend it's going to be that Chale Wote Festival. So Chale, which is really coming from the word Charlie, but the Ghanaians say Chale, which is spelled Chale. And I love it. They say, oh, Chale, Chale, oh, Chale. And Chale means, it could mean my friend, it could mean friend, but really it means homie, yo, brother even. But it could be, I heard women, especially women that are more, younger, maybe not, and not even younger, I heard older too. They'll say, oh, Chale too. And even like I've heard even men say, oh, Chale to women. So you could use it in that term, like my friend or my sister, but it's more like my homie, yo brother, or even sister. So it's very common. You'll like hear it a lot. It's probably one of my favorite Ghanaian, I'm gonna say slang words. Chale. Oh, chale. It's very cool. And then wote is go, to go. So when you say chale wote, is friend, brother, sister, let's go. So wote is let's go. And so even when they wear like we say and call them flip flops in the United States, they call those chale wotes. Chale wote because in the same way, because chale wote is friend, let's go. And let's go is if you have to put sneakers on, you can't go as fast. You got to put your sneakers on. You got to tie your sneakers up, right, or a shoe. But when you wear the flip flops, you just put your feet and go. So chale wote, chale, let's go. And I know it was. I mean, I say was. I mean, when I saw it on YouTube, it was popular for the artists that show all their wares and all the stuff that they have. Like it looks so dope. And I'm going this weekend. But last year it was canceled, due to the panoramic. I know that's not the word, that's the word we're using. And due to that, it was closed. But I think they said it's open and it starts today, as a matter of fact, and tomorrow, which is Saturday. So I'll be going tomorrow. And it goes to the morning. So you can go tonight and you can literally be there till the next morning if you want to. I mean, it's so. But I was talking to Quaker. He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, yes, around the art." He was like, not so much. Like people are complaining that the artists they used to bring up. It was like artists had stalls and sold, and he says it's almost becoming less of that. But we'll see. Hopefully, that's not true because I thought the last one they had, I saw on Ivory Phosphorus show, and it was dope. It might not have been the last one, but anyway, I'm going. So I literally wanted to take a break between all that traveling. That we went to the Eastern region, the funeral, and then the very next weekend we went to the Cape Coast, and I think it was the very next week. It was. So I ate a lot, drank a lot, did a lot. Leo vibration all the way. But Leo vibration is it moving out today, going into Virgo? I think it is. Let me see if this thing will fix itself. Going into Virgo, perhaps it might be. So, yeah, so I want to clean out and I wanted to relax. And I also want to get ready for this festival tomorrow that I'm looking forward to going to with Manasi. So we'll be filming it, maybe on Afrocentric Home Design. We'll see. Because it's going to be a lot of art and stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to people because this is a place where the artists want to talk and want to be on YouTube. So I think it'll be fun. Like, I'm about the fun life. The fun life, yo. And yeah, yo, my life, man. My life has changed so much in such a great way. Like, no lipstick challenge. So you'll notice that these lips, let's look at this lips. These lips are not wearing lipstick. And you know what? I can't believe that I never, sometimes you wear lipstick, you don't even get to see your own lips. Like you don't even get to see like your own lips. That's another thing. Another thing too is I think that the lipsticks can stain or, in some ways kind of, I don't want to say damage, mess up the lips. So not wearing them, what I notice is it's like my lips are forming into their natural shape. Like I wonder if the lipstick is partly, you know, blocking nutrients, whether that's nutrients from the sun, from the air, the wind, whatever, from your lips. Because every time I don't wear lipstick, but I forget this. And then for from days and weeks, I notice that my lips, I don't know, they just get like a shape that I think is my shape of my lips. And I notice the little red is getting a little darker, so the sun now is able to naturally darken it. And we know there's nutrients from the sun, so yeah, so no lip. My lips are my lips. My hair is my hair. Although I keep it wrapped in public, but I just wanted to show you that we natting up in there. It's nappy, honey. It's happy and nappy, okay? Just like me. Yeah, and you know that I've been wanting to say, okay, well, I'm not dyeing my hair. We already clear on that. But I wanted to, embrace my gray, and I also wanted locks. But remember, I just did not have the time, patience, or courage to do it. And Aaliyah with no courage, what was that about? Okay, but now, I have somebody in my life that is very inspiring, and he's here for it. As a matter of fact, he about to grow his in a minute. So we're both here for it. We're both here for it. Show you another, like that's locking. I know the gray is hard to see, but it's locking from the roots. Just so the piece that's how I can feel is locking from the roots. A lot of the ones this one too is locking from the roots. We'll just look at this because as we do, maybe like every 3 months, we'll do a little what's happening under that scarf, so y'all can see that it totally is. This is just another one here. It's like locking. It's all of this is locking from the root. So let's see how this worked out, right? Let's see how it works out. So I know yesterday I was saying that I was going to talk about dating in Ghana. I've been blessed. Well, I didn't have a lot of dates. So dating in Ghana, the first person that I dated, the only person it wasn't even supposed to be a date. It was supposed to be friends and homeboy and homegirl, but it turned into something else. But it was short lived because I realized that I wasn't. I think first of all I was still healing. At that time. Another thing was that wasn't the way I wanted it to go. So it wasn't supposed to do that. But, so I can't even say dating because I didn't date and we really didn't go out anywhere. No, we didn't go anywhere. No, we didn't date. No, we didn't date. Just friends. But, but this one, I done dated and got it. Like, what does that even mean, right? But like to the Ghanaian. But this one, I'm definitely in a relationship. I'm gonna say a relationship because a lot of people are like, oh, just keep dating around and you might want to date other people. Ooh, you know what? I have never been like a multiple. What do you call it? Like dating different people at once. I never did that. And I never wanted to. Oh my God! Like I never wanted to. No, I want my man. Like I ask and it shall be given. I want my man. That's what I want. And universe. What universe? I'm making a command. I'm commanding That's it. Like just bring it to me so I can move on because I got other stuff to do. I don't have time to be dating that much. Like I can't even see it. And I'm so weird. Like weird, not weird, but I'm so myself that. I know if I like you or not. I don't need 10 different people to decide who I like. Like, I already know. Because if I don't like you, if it's one person, I don't feel it, I don't feel it. If I feel it, I feel it. So yeah. But, and like I said, he's younger. Now, it's funny. Like, I'm going to go back. The younger thing, do I feel the young? Like, does the young come out? Like, do I say, oh, my God, I'm dating this younger guy. Like, oh, it's such a generation gap. And no, I don't. I mean, like I said, only thing that that I laugh with is, young people on your damn phones. You young people like the damn phone. Like, I laugh because you're on the phone a lot. Like, y'all just do stuff on the phone. It's not even like you're on the phone talking because, God forbid, you probably don't do that too much. I'm sorry, but he's younger than me, so I'm talking. But that phone, like I was like, yo, like what you be doing on the phone? Like I was saying to I was like, babe, like what's on the phone? Like what you doing on the phone? Like he cool, I like it, but so he's he's good with that now. He laughed too. I was like, oh, it's a young person thing. Like, you'll just be on the phone for like no reason. But so yeah, the phone. But no, that's not because he's not rude or anything. No, so I mean, like, and that's good. So I don't think it's that, but that could be it. But other than that, and I like I said, I wouldn't even put that in a deep category. He'd be working that phone. Um, I don't feel it. He's very mature and he's very like I always say, he's very healthily masculine, and I think that that masculinity, especially in African culture, I think that trumps for me. I could say the age thing. If you a man, you can't. If a 19-year-old is presenting him, I'm sorry, he's not 19. I just want you to know that. But I'm just saying, like, I think we got to start looking at our children and our young people and even everyone and our old folks differently. If you present yourself at 19, if you are 19 like a man, then I'm going to respect you like that. If you present yourself at 50 like a man, then I'm going to respect you like that. And I feel like that. I told you, like I watch the children here. The kids grow up way different and enter into maturity differently than I think a lot of times the kids in the States. But let me just there's a part to that that is going to tell you that it depends. I feel like I when I think about like a childhood, we was doing our womb class today and was one of the meditations about the way your like what has your womb basically seen, like what was your childhood like, what was that, who was that little girl in you, what was she like, and when I really think about it, like a long little girl childhood, I don't remember having that. I remember we grew up not fast. To me, it was normal. We didn't have a lot of little girl time and little girl experience. And I mean, I had chores young. I mean, we had to do things, had to contribute to the family. I just don't remember this like childhood thing. And I'm not saying that it's even bad because when I look at Africans' childhood, I mean, what is this thing we're making up? I mean, I'm just trying to be. I don't know. This makes more sense because it matches my life. When you're black and you kind of, you grow into a family that maybe don't have a lot of money, ain't nobody trying to be no kid for too long. Even the kid get a clue that he got to help out. Even the kid has chores. Even the kid can do something. And I know that may sound crazy to people, but it was the natural way for me. My mother, every time she taught us, every time we had our kitchen duty or kitchen chores or dishes chores, or even when we were, like I said, 14 in Brooklyn working for the Summer Youth Employment Program, we had to give her some money. And it was the same amount each week. And she told us that that was going to help us know how to pay rent. And I got to say, it's true. Taught us that we were going to know how to clean our own house and take care of ourselves and make our own food. That she was preparing us for life. And that is so much more what I see with Africans. These little babies, and you think I'm exaggerating like the things that the 3 and 4 year olds could do. They carrying bricks. They can wash, clean themselves. They could like they're amazing. And don't forget the 8 and 9 year old. They hustling out here. They making money. They buying their own shoes and clothing and backpacks. Some of them paying their own school fees. I'm talking about less than 10. Out here making money. Like the maturity level of the girls as well. That you have an ability, right? You're 14, so you're getting ready, you're preparing for your husband, your marriage, or the things that it's the skinny little girls I always laugh. I said the ones that don't even have no hips, they the ones that can carry the most on their head. They're already out here with some of them with very little breasts. They out here making their money, trying to. So I mean, one could say we're taking away. I don't think Africans, if they had it, not the ones that are following Eurocentric society or culture, would be able to sit down. I don't think I would have either. I think that we are, I mean, we have to acknowledge that we're very extraordinary. You can see what I'm saying, a 4 year old picking up bricks, like you would think it's like some gimmick, like, but it's not because you're witnessing, or just the things that they can do. It's something is built in there. So the maturity, it doesn't surprise me being now that because I'm in African culture, I live here, it doesn't surprise me how mature Manasseh is. So he's very much of a man. He knows his position as a man. He acts like a man. I mean, he's old. He's in the age group. First of all, he's well beyond a boy. So it's just no. Mm-mm. Now, maybe if I was dating somebody, maybe in the States, I don't really know because I think that the young men in the States that approach older woman, I think he's ready for. He's kind of mature already too. He kind of already mature. So I don't have that like, oh, he's younger and this and that. Now he's very idealistic in the sense like what he wants. He wants peace. You know, he wants to come home, and home is where you want to be, and home is where you want to come. He don't want no conflict, no. He want love and peace. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. Like I want that too. So yeah, I don't really feel like y'all would think the age difference because the men are very, and the women as well, let's be fair, are quite mature. Now, I do notice that the Ghanaians that have more of an influence of American culture or Eurocentric or Western culture, the kids tend to be more babyish. The kids here, you know, some of the kids here don't even speak their tree language. That's the ones that I feel like are really trying to get that English only houses, which actually mess them up later because then they can't even talk to their own Ghanaian peers. And they be like kind of ostracized too because you don't have no culture, you don't have no language, like you just know English. Me just knowing English is one thing. I'm from the diaspora. Them, it's a whole thing. So, you know, I think the culture is important. I think a lot of times this modernity or just, which is natural, we want things to be modern, but this life that we're seeking, as far, especially as I think indigenous people, you know, you're seeking this Western life, is actually kind of slows you down. It actually dumbs you down. You're not really better. You think you're better, but your kids don't speak their dialect. They don't speak their language. They watch white ass cartoons that got all kinds of subject matter that I don't think is cool. They, yeah, they stay in the house mostly, so they don't even know where other spots are. They don't even know other parts of Ghana because you're trying to shelter them in a way. So now they get with their own people. They don't even know how to be. They're babies, like I said, slower. They can't really make no money if they're well, I'm going in. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go in that hard, but they're so focused on this kind of Eurocentric education that they're not going to be able to really do anything else if that fails. Which, unlike the rest of the Ghanaians that can't really focus on that because they don't have the money to, but they can do a lot. They probably not going to really go hungry because they hustle out here is real. So I'm just saying when you think about a traditional, to me, Ghanaian, not that nobody should be impoverished, not nobody should have to stay in poverty, but also know that our strength is still our strength. And the way we raise our black children, it has to be different than the way we raised, that they're raised. And it's not bad. I'm saying because I feel like we're the prototype of the human, which means on some way superhuman or supernatural. We're supernatural. Our melanin, the way we are supernatural. If you see the way, like I said, the young people are supernatural. There's a place we start that others can't even end. We come out amazingly phenomenal, and I could see how some came and saw and took and conquered. Like I could see it because it is the most incredible, intelligent intellect, strength, creativity. Oh my God, just mighty people, y'all. We are from a mighty people. So in that way, no. And so and his age, would that make me feel like, yo, like I'm older than you? Like, what you telling me something like no. Because when somebody says something that's right on continuously, then you just have to listen. You just have to receive it. You just have to accept. So, those that have eyes to see, let them see. You know what I'm saying? Like if you act and then you play you it, then it's it. And in the age, in that case, I can't say it's mattering. It's just I don't even know how else to put it. And that's the lesson. So yeah, it's cool. I like it. And for me, I like it because energy level. Like you say, he always say I got even more energy than he does. So there's that is. So yeah, y'all. So it's good. It's good. Everything is good. Just I gotta. I'm laying down, so that's good. In the middle of the day, that's good. In my bed, that's good. I'm about to probably take a nap, maybe. I want to write some stuff down. I got some new ideas, some new stuff. But it was great. It was great. So tomorrow I hang out with the man, uh, Saturday and Sunday, and then it's back to the work week on Monday, which I'm here for. So here's another one. It's it's uh, locking from the roots, and you see that stringy part, but it's locking from the root. All of it is all in there. We're locking from the roots. So it's fun. All right, ladies. Let me see who's on. Let me see who's on as I lay down, and I thank y'all for allowing me to lay down. Hey, Synovia. Hey, Synovia. She says, hi, everyone. Hey, Beverly. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you, Synovia. So it looks so strong and healthy. I know it does. It feels that way, too, Synovia. Hey, Autumn. Good morning. Having an awesome weekend. You, too. It's amazing how you can turn Charlie into something that sounds sexy, don't it? Oh, Synovia, don't when they say Charlie. Oh my God, you just be like, yo, like it just, yeah, it's very sexy. She's right. Our natural lips are beautiful. It is, Synovia. You're right. Hey, naturally grateful rising sis and sisters. Hey, Queen. I love the word nappy. My hair is nappy, strong, and beautiful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, Beverly. Hey, naturally, Beverly says. Hey, sis, Synovia, naturally clever. Naturally says, yeah, I recently saw that over 26 African countries have adopted English as their new language. Oh my God, wow. Hey, existing nature, greetings. Oh my God, ooh, that's something else. Yeah, yeah, you'll meet people. I mean, Monasti talks about it too. Like he'll meet the young kids, and like they'll be all kind of goofy, and he'll try to talk the language because he can hear their parents maybe airway, and they be like, I don't know the language. I don't speak the language. I don't know it. And then the pride of the. I mean, I'm not saying you could blame the Africans that like, wow, why would they? I mean, yes, teach the English, but I'm not saying that let's not talk about how the world is moving, and so okay, maybe this is somehow some language of success, or some language of business. Give it something, but then put it in its place. You're not gonna feel good. I remember when I was in the DR, and I remember it was a lot of folks that were Dominican that were raised outside of Dominican Republic, and how much and Puerto Ricans too. They could not speak their Spanish. They could not, and the thing that the disconnect when they would visit their relatives, they almost looked at them like, who you don't know your language? You don't know your language, like. So I know that the hurt that the young kids are going to have here, especially if they stay here. They're not going to be able to speak. I know there's a pastor that works with Kojo. That's the church that my brother Kojo from the Art Center. And he says that the pastor is a Ghanaian, but he was raised in Israel and in somewhere else. So he knows none of his language at all. Tree, his would be. And how he talks about he gets cheated all the time. Like Ghanaians don't care that you say you Ghanaian. They don't care about that. You getting cheated, okay? He getting ripped off when they hear his accent because he doesn't even have a Ghanaian accent, and like it's a thing. It's a thing. It'd be nice to learn a language. Period. Like to be honest, even me, to learn a few of the languages. So I pray. I pray that will happen. Yeah. The tree. It's funny because every time trying to learn, like I learn a new airway word, then when I see somebody be like, no, but somebody said that, I was like, okay. So I was shopping. I had to get this blouse for a sister. And the sister there, she's a con, so she's definitely speaking tree. And so Manasi had came with me, and so she's like, oh, Manasi, da da da. I was like, yeah. I said, oh, yeah, he's airway. And she's like, oh, okay. And so I was saying some airway words. She's like, oh no, teach her the tree. Teach her the tree. And I kind of looked at her like, he ain't trying to teach me the tree. That ain't even his language. His language is airway. And then he said, well, Lisa already knows how to speak the tree. That's why I'm speaking her the airway. And I was just like, do I? I know some words, but I don't know it. But yeah, but it's like, yeah, you should come here and learn a language or two or three or four or as many as you want. And hopefully you won't be teaching the children of the Ghanaians their own language, but somebody did say that to me one time, and now I understand why. So, yeah, a lot of culture. My neighbors, I've never heard those children speak Tree. I've only heard them speak English. And I know their mother and father speaks Tree because the father's name is Kwabena, first of all, okay? I know because I've heard them kind of, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. But that's just, So anyway, and speaking of languages, we're about to have an intimate evening learning the Ewe language of love, uh, featuring Manasi is going to be the teacher teaching Ewe, but very specific on the names and what the significance of the meanings and any words you want to learn. That's how informal it is, but also the love words. The first, of course, the greetings, the why you say it, what you say it, and then the words of love. So like, I'm gonna have my bottles of wine. I ain't gonna drink it all, but bring your drink to this intensive. Bring your cuteness. Even though Zoom, it's gonna be Zoom. It's gonna be like an event. You could ask any questions. You're gonna learn words because I'm telling you, even the other ethnic groups, when you talk about Ewe, they be like, "Oh no, Ewe's hard," and I'm telling you, it's not. To me, it's not that much hard. I mean, you don't know any of them, so to you, it ain't even like it's like it sounds right to me. Like that's how you say that word. I don't see it as hard, or maybe I'm missing something. I don't know, but it just does not seem. But I don't have a basis like they do. They got their languages down. I also think too. So a lot of people don't speak it, which means a lot of people don't know when you're speaking it. I think that but a lot of people speak to God. If you're gonna cry, you gotta speak to God. And the tree, of course, that's probably number one language wherever you go. So it's important. But that airway, can you imagine? You see some good-looking airway guy. You don't know though, but because we don't know. But and he's just so far. Some good-looking guy named. He's just oh my God. And then he'd be like, oh, what tribe are you from? You could say it. They say tribe too, or ethnic group. I've never really heard them say that, but it's a tribe. And they'd be like, oh, I'm Ewe. You could be like, Akbar. You know what I'm saying? Or something. You could impress him. He would be so impressed. He would be so impressed. Or even an Ewe woman, she would be so impressed because some of the Ghanaians don't even know the Ewe. So you would be coming from the States because you're coming over here, and, you might want an airway. You might attract that naturally. And how would you impress this man and his whole entire family by knowing the greetings, how to say this, and knowing other stuff that you're not supposed to know because you're not airway? You should come to that class. It happens in September. My man, my man will be wearing his kente, 12 yards kente. So y'all can get in the mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want this for y'all. We all should be able to look at beautiful things. Why not look at this beautiful man who is coming with some beautiful knowledge about a beautiful culture and with speaking a beautiful language? It's going to be an intimate evening. You should bring it. You should come, bring your little drink, bring whatever else you bring, because we'll just say, my man is a Rasta, so there we go. So bring whatever you bring, and it's going to be a very 2 hours. We're going to laugh, ask questions, going to learn all these new words, going to understand the culture, and of course, y'all can ask so many questions about Ghanaian men. How about that, if you want to, if you're into that? Ghanaian life, Ghanaian man. Let's ask him some questions. And then, yeah, and then, it'll be fun. So, anyway, that class is coming September. I'll let you know when. I'll let you know when. Yeah, I want to learn some Ewe words too, and I feel like I need to have a place where I can sit, I can see the words being spelled, because a lot of times they, don't. And if you don't, we'll figure the word out too, because a lot of, yeah, it's beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. So just come party and learn and enjoy with us. All right, ladies. Let me see. Let me get the rest. Who else did I miss? Yes, yes. Something so sounds so sexy. Yes, yes, yes. Hey. Wow, naturally. Greetings exist. Hey, Synovia says to exist. Shelly, hey, Shelly says, hey, everyone. If I could get a hold to my native language after losing it, you couldn't get me to stop speaking it. That's right. Losing your language is like losing a part of it. It is. I mean, Shelly, it really is, right? National Cover says this weekend will be our second Saturday, Sunday for the Sacred Housekeeping Intensive, $97. The link is there. You can go straight to AfroCentricHomeDesign.com. And when you go in there, look for spiritual courses, and you will see two courses. One that says the Shamanic Journey, which is 21-day meditation. That's not the way you're looking for it. This one is the Sacred Housekeeping, $97. Thank you, Naturally. Yes, it's Shelley Ligon. It's such a powerful day, isn't it? Hey, Jocelyn. What we'll be discussing in this intensive at Naturally. Okay, so that's the intensive of the Sacred Housekeeping. I'll break it down for you, Jocelyn. Okay, she did it. Mind speaks Edway. Also, yes, I know a little. Still learning, very successfully. Yes, it is. Go ahead, girl. You learn it. I hope we be able to talk together. We have to get our men together. At Johnson Stinson, the Sacred Housekeeping Intensive, we are learning how to use our homes as vision boards. That's right, to bring that which we desire into our homes and life. Yes. Exists as greetings at Synovia. Yeah, y'all. So I did it. Like, you don't know how hard I've been saying to myself, like, I'm gonna take a whole week. I'm gonna take a whole week off from doing what I do. You know why it's hard as an entrepreneur? Because what you do is how you eat, it's how you live, it's how you function. And so to take days off when you know if I'm not Arsene, I'm not showing you nothing, you're not buying nothing, like, but I got other things. I got my spiritual stuff too, but I want to start something new, and I need time to just dream. I just time to visualize it. Like I feel like I got it, a lot of stuff written down. I feel like I got a basic idea. Now it's time to use my vision, my third eye, if you will, my and the feelings around it to manifest this new business in the way that I think it can go, like I think it could be. It's like my so this is what I do. So this is part of it. We'll learn all this in Sacred Housekeeping for sure, but just in general, like I wanted to say it. So do you put time aside to visualize? And I mean it like like I'm gonna take some time to visualize. You might call it meditating, but sometimes it's just straight. I am meditating on a vision. And that's what I'm about to do. That's why I'm laid down. That's why, I'm about to sit here and now visualize and feel it and see myself in it and doing this business that I want to do, the tour business that I tell you, the real Accra and the real, it's going to be beautiful and it's going to be fun and you're going to love it. So I am visualizing it. And and I'm fortifying myself. Like I said, water, smoothies, nothing but raw. Nothing but raw. All right, ladies. Thank you. I love you. So yeah, go to the website if you want the Sacred Housekeeping, $97. We had our first 2 days of the course, but you can have those replays. You'll get those replays as well as we start a new course tomorrow. And I think is it 8 or 7? No, let me see, 5 to 6. I think it starts at 7 Eastern, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard U.S. time. So just so you know. And if you can't be live, you can always watch the replays, just so you know about that as well. So yeah, y'all. And then we're about to Sunday. I'll put up the new 21-day intensive that we'll be focused on. That'll be 67. So yeah. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much. I wanted to come in and just say, hey. Donations in support of the channel are welcome via PayPal. Thank you. She has the PayPal link. Thank you, Naturally, or purchase something you've seen on AfroCentricHomeDesign@gmail.com. Thank you. And yes, Naturally says 7 a.m. EST. So we put everything on the U.S. time. Okay, ladies? All right. Thank you for coming into my bed. Right now, I'm going to go into my visualization, and I'm going to give thanks for a wonderful life that we are living. We are living. I'll see you on the next one. Peace and blessings.